Orange Beans and Genesealers, coming to you live from Rick Priestley's luxurious mansion. This is the number one Tyranid Shitshow on the internet, the Creature Conference, and here is your host, Mr. Pink.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, does this work now? Hi, can you hear? Okay, I think the people out there in YouTube land can hear me. Hello everyone and welcome. In case you were wondering about this, whether or not you have tuned into the number one Tyranid shit show, just started with no audio so that you knew where you're at and you knew what to expect, because this is how we roll. Is it doing? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so thank you all for joining us this week here in YouTube land. This is, as I said, the Creature Conference, mostly dedicated to Tyranids, but also all things, you know, generally Xenos related. And this month we're going to be taking a special focus on Genesealers because it is Junestealer. Yay! Which Flynnhammer is going to tell us a lot more about tonight. But yeah, and I need to introduce my hosts, my co-hosts. I have with me two of the number one Tyranid aficionados on the internet who are also well known for having the lowest IQ takes on the planet, as said by someone in our YouTube comments. You know, we made it because we got angry YouTube comments. Yeah, so I'm joined by Hydra. Want to say hello, Hydra?
Hello.
And Flynnhammer.
Hello.
Wow, those are some real low IQ intro sounds. Thank you both for joining me and for bringing your low IQ takes to me and to the internet at large this evening. Flynnhammer, as we do every week, we'll have to let the fine people watching and listening at home know what part of Rick Priestley's palatial mansion we're coming to everyone from this week, because every week we stream live from a different part of Rick Priestley's mansion. So where are we coming from this week, buddy?
Very
where
secret
is the secret laboratory? Okay, so like these guys are all our friends. They're not gonna like rat it out or dox Rick Priestley or anything. In Rick Priestley's palatial mansion, where is his secret laboratory hidden? Like, what do you have to do to access it? What do you have to pull on the wall or
so
whatever?
You gotta go. So first of all, you go into the main hallway, and you've got to pull the first candelabra in the middle. Then you got to walk into the kitchen and pull out the third knife from the knife block, and then into the library, and you've got to pull out the box that has on it "Don't touch," and then the revolving fireplace spins around and you can get into the
I think that the box that says "Don't touch" should actually say "Original Rogue Trader Ideas," because I knew very little about Rick Priestley, but I just listened to an interview with Rick Priestley, and he was like trying to make sci-fi happen for so many years, and Games Workshop was like, "What are you doing?
Yep.
Nobody likes sci-fi. Stop it." So
No, the argument was sci-fi doesn't
I just
sell.
realized I don't have Hydra's video up. One sec, son. Yeah, if anyone hasn't, I think we talked about this on a previous stream, but if anyone has not listened to the Mud and Blood podcast with Rick Priestley, you need to go and get it in your eardrums. It's a podcast they did where they interviewed Rick Priestley, and it's mostly about like the creation of Warhammer 40k. But it also gives you a lot of information on like Games Workshop's like business practices and how Games Workshop makes decisions, and it is fascinating. It was definitely worth the watch. Or sorry, the listen. It's a podcast. You can find it on like Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Has anyone checked our audio to make sure it's not bust? I think people would be telling us if they can.
I hope so. They can hear us.
Because they're good at that.
I'm very quiet. That's
I
new to
may
me.
need to fix that on
so
my
I'll
end.
try to
Let's see. Say something.
Okay.
You look. Your audio levels look good to me.
Yes. No. Please.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, so we're going to definitely get into Junestealer. Oh wait, I should pull up the fancy Junestealer. Simon, your hand is off camera, like completely. We can barely see what you're working on.
Which one?
Can you adjust?
Oh. What's that?
Show me where you want to work.
What's that?
Yeah, that's sort of
Here.
okay.
Sort of.
You're in the bottom left-hand corner. I can make it bigger.
Sort of okay.
It's okay.
Great.
It's okay. We'll make it work. You just do you. Good. As good as it gets with us.
Sound is good.
But as good as can be expected, I guess.
Yeah. We're just monkeys typing
So
on a
now
keyboard.
that's
We
an
don't know
insult
what
to
we're doing.
monkeys. So now that I've got Hydra's video up nicely, I'm going to cover it with his beautiful art that he created for Junestealer. All right, so here's our title card for this stream. I should have had it up at the beginning, but this is episode 89 of the Creature Conference. We gotta start planning for like what we're gonna do for episode 100. And for episode 89, we're gonna go over Junestealer, the big community event that's kicking off yesterday, 1st of June. And Hydra very thankfully made this art for us. Hydra, do you want to say a couple of words about your cool art piece you made?
It was basically after one stream a couple of weeks ago. That, if I recall it correctly, it was Deshande and was it Deshande or? Please correct me, Flynn.
I think it was Darth Bob because that was the Nidvember.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Well, we were hanging out after the stream, and you presented me your idea for Junestealer, and I think you already had the idea of a Genesealer running through the supermarket and having all these different genes. And the humans were sold out as Games Workshop regular practice. Everything sold out.
Yeah.
So all you have left are the Xenos genes, and because the idea was not to have them kind of narrowed down for the 40K universe. There are some other Xenos races included. We obviously did not include the Xenomorph because I am not sure who would win such a fend-off. But other than that, we have fun little races hidden there.
Yeah. Chat, can you spot any of the Easter egg ones?
Let us know, chat. Can you see it?
What do you mean it? There's a few.
Oh, sorry.
What do you mean it? There's a few. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the idea, and honestly, I needed several kicks in my butt by Flynnhammer to get this. I drew it quickly. I made a ball pen drawing, which I have here, still lying around.
Oh wait,
which
hold on.
was
Yeah, go for
looking like this.
Yep.
And yeah. We talked about things, and I was doodling this thing up, and yeah, then I kind of drew digitally over it, and to make it more interesting, had those draws in the back, like bit tilted, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it took me ages to get the stupid thing colored, because I'm a stupid lazy fuck. No, honestly I had just too
I can
many things
understand that.
going on at the same time.
No, I think it turned out amazingly, and I like the way that you guys figured out for representing the focus. Flynnhammer's going to tell us more about the focus in a second, but this is a great visual representation of it, I think.
Thanks.
Yeah, so without further ado, Flynnhammer, do you want to like launch into it? Tell us about the theme for this month's this year's Genestealer.
Yeah, so this year's theme is, if it isn't obvious enough from the artwork, which is amazingly produced. I don't care how long it took, it is amazing. The wait was worth it. It is all about non-human hybrids. So, like last year, we had anything but miners. This year is basically anything but humans. So, anything that is a Xenos race. So, it can be a Xenos race that doesn't have much representation in 40k in the first place. It could be a well-known faction, or it could even be a non-40k race. So, as Tom Wilson has rightly pointed out, there is Twi'lek hiding
Didn't
in
Hydra
one
call
of the
that one?
cans.
Oh, and
So-
please, while we're talking about the stream, please, Brendan Stang, drive carefully.
Yeah. The images will get put up later on Warp Shadow, so you won't have to strain on your phone while watching it. So it can be anything. So like every year when we do the comp with Genesealer and November, it doesn't have to be models. It can be artwork. It can be anything you want to do. So it could be a sculpt. It could be just a different way of painting it to represent a different way of doing it. Anything you want, but it's a generalized theme, so anyone can take part, and it doesn't matter if you're the best sculptor in the world, like these other two with me, or you're just starting out with sculpting. It doesn't matter. If you want to go and have a go with it, go with it. And when we mean Xenos, we mean any type of Xenos. So as long as it's not human, so you can have animals as well. You could have the. I know for 40k you've got the, I can't pronounce it, but it's the orange tech monkeys or tech orangutans. It's the Jacaros. You could use one of those as the basis
Wait,
for your idea.
I recently heard a thing that I'm not sure where I heard it, but apparently there's in the lore of 40k, there's a, what was it, warp jumping shark?
Yeah.
Oh, we talked
The
about that on a
crocodiles.
stream, didn't we? Didn't I think
Yeah.
Darth Bob mentioned that or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want someone to do that.
So I'm
Because I
trying to
wanna
pull
see
up.
that.
If you follow Navarro on Instagram, Navarro, when we did our Geno project thing 1,000 years ago, Navarro took it upon himself to try and make hybrids of Genesealers. Like, we were like, hey, let's do a thing where we do a hybrid of Genesealers for like each of the major Xenos races, like Orcs, Eldar, Tau, Kroot, that kind of stuff. And Navarro just went hog wild. Navarro was like, why we stop there? Why don't we go and do like shark Genestealers and spider Genestealers? And God, what else did he do? Wolf Genestealers. And yeah, he went a lot of places. And they were all on his old website, Buglands. But I think it's long gone.
They are on his Insta.
unfortunately.
No, it's on his. He posted them on his
Good.
Insta
Well,
for
he
one of the
posts
previous
very
Genesealers.
prolifically, so I'm going to see if I can find them. But until then,
Yeah.
I found...
yeah.
Oh, damn it. Hold on a sec. We were talking on a previous... Damn it. Sec. We were talking on a previous stream about a particular Genestealer hybrid that Navarro did, which was the Tau Stealer. And someone was reporting that it got cast? Was that correct? Am I remembering this right? You could buy it?
I I cannot.
Okay.
I do not
Let's see if we
remember
can pull
that.
this up.
But
I found all of his ones on Instagram, so I'm
Sorry.
just posting those now. Simon,
yes,
he does
did
have
he?
a crocodile one.
Got that.
nice.
No,
Yeah.
but Simon said
Bruce
warp jumping
Reed.
shark. Isn't the thing a warp jumping crocodile?
It's
So
a warp
weird.
jumping crocodile, yeah.
Damn it.
It's brilliant. It's stuff's brilliant for it.
Sorry, I'm losing myself here. I'm trying to get up Instagram. Will that do it? Let's see.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, do
I've
you
got
want to
the,
like present, Flynn? I don't
tab
know
one.
if you were planning to present.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
never mind.
not.
All right,
I'm
well,
not
I
even
just pulled
anywhere
up the
near set
Tau
up to
Stealer.
present today.
So here is Navarro's
Yeah.
run at creating a hybrid, a Genestealer hybrid from a Tau. I was always like, why would you ever create a Genestealer hybrid from a Tau? They're not very fighty. It'd probably be a terrible hybrid. But he did it anyway, and I think it was a good call because it's damn cool.
Tom Wilson says he bought a car.
Tom, is it this one? Can you look at the picture we got up and let us know if this is the one you bought? Because this would be a damn cool one to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Also, if you did, is it still available? Because we want links. Also, I've actually say a little side bit, but I actually Pedro Pedro, he's really, really nice. I managed to meet
Oh,
him at
cool.
Salute. We just Joe told me he was there, and I sent him a message like, "Hey, are you here?" Like, yes.
Fantastic.
Nice little quick chat. Well, and then I went off to watch one of the panels that were there. But yeah, it's the easiest way to spot each other is wear a Warp
Oh yeah,
Shadow
Navarro would have the
t-shirt
Warp
when you're
Shadow
at a
shirt, right?
convention.
Because he was a member. Okay, I found some
He
stuff.
wasn't wearing it on the day.
Good man.
But I was wearing that.
Yeah, okay, so this is Navarro's Tau Stealer. Here's Navarro's Instagram. It's Navarro Bugman. And he's a awesome green stuff sculptor. And then we got, go ahead.
Yeah, he does amazing stuff. Like he was good. He was good back in the day. Like when you look at that Tau Stealer, but the stuff he produces nowadays is just mind blowing.
We've got Genestealer hybrid plant, which is with a dryad. We've got Genestealer hybrid technovirus, which is wacky. Genestealer hybrid lizard. That's a cool. That's not a skink. Is that an old Saurus head? Yes, people have used it for like Tau auxiliaries, and it's such a cool head. Genestealer hybrid eagle. Wow. Turtle, that one is one of my favorites. He's pretty cute. And what else we got? Into the next ones, we've got a grot. This one's adorable. So freaking small and weird. Big. To me, it looks like a squig because it's got a big giant head. Genestealer hybrid snake. This is another favorite. I really like the texture on the back and how it blends into the body. Again, Navarro sculpted these in 2005. There you go. He's got the date right on them. 2005, this guy was doing this. So that's pretty cool. Notice the Genestealer snake, because it doesn't have any legs, he's put an extra set of arms on there, and he's got a cool tongue thing going on. Awesome. Human and Demiurge. Oh, man, I don't know how he did this. That's such a cute, tiny stealer. I want to do that now. Spider, another one of my favorites. Creepy head.
Oh, jeez.
And then Tarantula, different from a spider. Also super creepy. And then... Wait, there's more. Claw Fiend is another good one. Big chonker. I like that. Genestealer hybrid vulture. This one was always cute. I like the beak. Beastmen, also cool. Although those are really just head swaps. Amazing shark.
Works.
Like he took some pewter shark model, which is fantastic.
Shark.
The rat's cool. I think this is the end. Is there any more? God, he's unstoppable. Okay, here's the crocodile.
Yeah, he's got
Okay, so we
two more
got a
brutes.
cobra, which is neat. That one's really nice. And I like the tail on it. Go ahead, Flynn.
Yeah.
6 arms,
Oh,
yeah.
he's done the same
And look
thing.
at that
6
head
arms.
crest or rail, whatever it's called. Fantastic. There's the crocodile. I don't love this one as much. It's okay. Space
like he
Marine,
teleports through
which is pretty
space.
cool. Big Broodlord ass Genestealer. Space Marine Wolf. I guess this is supposed to be like a space wolf. Cold one. This one isn't doing it for me.
Yeah.
But I think that's the end, isn't it? But
Yeah.
wait, there's more. Oh, damn it. Oh,
No, one
yeah.
more.
He did a hermit crab. Uncontrollable. Crab. Okay. Chameleon. This is great. That's like a skink head or something. That's really cool. Predator. Nice. There's one to take for your own and this is a fantastic one. I mean, like, you're working with Tyranids and Genestealers being based on xenomorphs anyway, but he did a xenomorph Genestealer, and you can see, I don't know, I feel like I can feel the love in this one. That he was really feeling this one. And it was stunning. Anyway, so hopefully that's wet your whistle in terms of like ideas for what you can do for Junestealer, because Navarro went all kinds of places with it. Yeah. But Flynn, one thing I wanted to check with you. What have I done here?
Yeah.
With it being Junestealer, you talked about Genestealer hybrids, but what about, or sorry, about like hybridizing pure strains, but what about like hybridizing cult? Like,
Oh,
can you make like
same
Tau
thing.
Genestealer cult? Is that
Because
part of
obviously,
the
if you go
focus?
to Xenos race, Tau Genestealer cult,
Oh,
Elder Genestealer
fantastic.
cult, Twilight Genestealer cult, Front Genestealer cult, any of that, just
I want Mr. Spock
Vulcans?
Genestealer cult.
Vulcans.
Yes.
Well, makes it easier to do
The
the
what?
live long and prosper.
Oh, with the Genestealer hand?
The
It's
live long
already
and prosper
a
hand.
Vulcan hand? I like it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Live long
That would
and
be
praise
awesome.
the Sky Mother.
Yeah, so do you guys have ideas for what you want to do for Junestealer?
I have a few I've already got the bits ready for. But apart from that, I'm not really going any further. So I don't want to give any hints because I can see, Nick, what you're
Yep.
working on is like a. Is that
I think
previous
this
year's
might actually be from 2 years
process?
ago. I don't
Because I
know.
can see the Gargan feet. I can see the Gargan feet.
Like, okay, so full disclosure. Though I may have started this for Junestealer like last year. No, actually, I think I started this the year we got Ripley, so that was 2 years ago. Though I may have started this like last year, 2 years ago. This like torso here with the Gargant chest, the Gargant head, and the Carnifex torso. This is another one of my golden oldies that oh wait, hold on. One of my golden oldies that I started years and years and years ago. And I don't know that I even, yeah, because then I updated it by putting these Tyrannifex legs on it, because I'm like, oh, those will be perfect. So yeah, this is ancient. And because you guys are my real friends and you're on the stream, this is what I'm basing it on. I was trying to be like all coy and like hide it or whatever, but like the person who drew this doesn't watch the stream, so I can surprise them still. But this is the
What?
sorry?
Screamer Killer? It's a Screamer Killer with those back
oh
ribs.
no, it's like, I don't know, trying to capture the way that Genestealers used to look. So this is, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So this is a sketch by Weirding's Way. Nobody tell Weirding's Way that I'm working on this because I want to surprise him. So yeah, there's the sketch. Yep.
Oh, is that
There's the little
Way?
dude who's supposed to be his attendant.
Looks like Nick. One
No,
of those
no, no. Oh,
Nicky's
well, I could do a
sketches.
Nikki sketch all day. Nikki did really great sketches for what am I doing here? Really great sketches for Cult.
Apparently. Nicky's interested
I
in
like hearing
Junestealer
that.
this year.
Yeah, so here's his little attendant, who's... Oh, this guy's huge. Wow, he's really big. Oh, well.
Well, nothing bad with large monsters
Bigger the
from
better.
space, right?
And I did my favorite trick, which is ripping off... Actually, wait. Are these the Winged Tyrant arms? I don't know. I can't remember where some of these arms came from, but these are the Winged Tyrant arms, which are great, super long, gangly arms. But I got some other arms here. And I got a creepy hand from Blood Bowl. The ring on it. These arms are supposed to go. I literally haven't touched this model since last Genestealer, probably. But he's got some... What's that?
Is that the one that's decayed? That's the decayed hand from Blood Bowl.
One more time? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Or is it is it the one, the Blood Bowl hand with the ring on it? Is it the one
It's
that's
the
the zombie
zombie
hand
one.
one, or is it a different one? Yeah, that's a good hand.
Get this down.
That's a good hand. You
To be honest-
are a good hand, my hand.
To be honest, Blood Bowl, they have so many good bits that aren't
Yeah,
even
agreed.
the main models.
Yeah.
Like, the number of times I've used those hands for giants from the other kits are just brilliant. Or the more recent ones are like the Halfling ones, the Chaos ones. That one from the Undead team. The original
Yeah.
ones are too flat; they just don't work. The Ogre one you can maybe get away with, but the other ones, the more recent ones, they are brilliant. It's a shame they don't do them much often now.
So I want to hear from the chat. So folks in the chat, if you're thinking of participating in Junestealer, let us know in the chat what you're thinking, what kind of Genestealer hybrid you're thinking of making. If you want to keep it a surprise, that's fine too. But if you're keen to share, please share. I'd like to know. Here.
So, Tom Wilson says the Tau one he got was a one-off sale, unfortunately. So sad. We have Dick Champion
There was a
says,
turtle.
"Where
We
are
showed
the
the turtle.
turtles?"
Navarro did a turtle.
Show the turtle. Be in one of the links. Vermis has said, "Stop showing these. This is what we have to follow
What?
this month."
One more time. Stop showing these. This is what?
We have to follow this month.
What?
So how much? Basically, how are you going to follow that act
You're gonna
now that you've
follow
already shown what the ideas are?
Navarro did.
Vermis has also said, pondering to make a Grox
Ooh,
Stealer
I
cult.
like it.
Nice.
Buggers has said, cult of the space cow.
I think I have one of
Yeah,
those
you made
kicking
your
around.
space cow. Well, that might be a reference.
From
Yeah.
last year.
Your space cow.
Which has absolutely nothing to do with Obi-Wan.
Oh, I forgot about the Obi-Wan space cow connection.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Forgot about that cat space cow. Felis says, I'm a crappy sculptor, so I thought about a
Felis, you are
Flood
not a crappy sculptor. That is a
Genestealer?
lie. Yes. Well, you're allowed
being
to be
humble.
but that's not
He's
true.
being humble.
Also, as Flynn mentioned, you don't have to be a super amazing sculptor to take part. In fact, oh, did we mention that there's prizes? Well, yeah, if you're paying
We have
attention to the
now.
Warp Shadow account, you should be paying attention to the Warp Shadow account on Instagram. You will see that we took our sweet piss time getting to the prizes for November, which was in November, and we just announced the prizes in, God, was that April or was it May? Okay, so yeah, we just did
beginning
that.
of May.
No, it was end of April because the last stream we did was the 3D printing. So we did the one before that was November. So yeah, we're gonna go a little quicker this time, but we had some really cool fan sculpts of like Tyranid and Genestealer critters that Darth Bob got off of amazing dude. What's his name? Do you remember his name, Flynn? I can't remember. Jason. He did who I don't he didn't do them himself. He like contracted people to do the sculpts, right?
No, so Jason had a lot of connections. So he was a big
Yeah.
collector of old hammer miniatures, and he knew people that were doing fan sculpts as well. Because so he knew those people doing the fan sculpts, and they were in good connection with them, and he would get them. So he does sell them also. He did sell them quite a bit of time on eBay as well. So I've already bought basically the whole collection already myself from eBay. I'm only missing the one thing from it now. But it was so Darth Bob ended up buying his whole collection of the unreleased Tyranids, which I'm very jealous of, and he ended up also sending him a load of sets that he had of these fan sculpts as well. And so they get produced by the people, because I remember ages ago I got shown from Jason himself the start the early green stuff sculpting work of the Protonid
His
that
fan
got put into
sculpt
production.
prototype.
Not he didn't sculpt it, but he was the other person. The other person did actually, if I remember correctly, did actually stream
but I
them
more meant
doing
he
the
didn't have
sculpting
like
for
original
it.
greens of the
And
Games
then
Workshop prototype. That was not the way.
Oh no, there was no original greens of the Games Workshop stuff. It was all like the pewter casts and stuff like that for them.
Cool. Yeah. So what we did was Darth Bob received those fan sculpts and then gave them away during Junestealer, which was pretty cool. Or sorry, during November, which is pretty cool. And I can't remember the exact deal, but Darth Bob has got some more fan sculpts that he's willing to part with for Junestealer. In fact, there is not only did people win fan sculpts during Junestealer, they also during God, I can't keep these straight. During November, they also won a secret something else that I sent them, but not everyone has received it yet, so we can't reveal what it is. But I think it's pretty sweet. It's a little fun something. And once everyone has received them, we will share what that is. But I might be able to do up some more of those for this event. We'll see.
Oh, intriguing.
So we just had
sorry.
comment, but he had just
sorry, you reminded me. So what I was going to say is that if you go back and you watch our stream about November, we didn't like the folks who won like best sculpted weren't necessarily like the best sculptors on the planet. They were just people who did like really cool sculpts and a lot of green stuff work and had really cool ideas. So don't let the feeling that you might not be like the best sculptor ever stop you from participating, because you can win just as easily as anyone else.
That's what I was going to do, because I just replied going, I just know my limitations. It's easier to mash some bits together and hide the crimes with a cloak or armor plate.
Yeah, and hey, I mean, I kit bash when I don't want to sculpt because I'm lazy, so
that's
I am
90%
a
of
huge
sculpting.
proponent of that, so more power to you.
That's 90% of my sculpting, my models. But they do say I've got some Skaven minis.
Fun. I haven't seen much rat sealers.
Space rats.
Like that.
Well, but when you take away the rat's head, those are pretty hunched over great models. I'm still looking for some of those not old but newer Skaven models, because I think they would make fantastic cultists of all kinds of swords, because they have this hunched
Didn't Symbio
over.
Joe take a Skaven model and make it into a cultist? Did he do that for November? You remember that?
That's possible, yes.
He took like the Skaven Underworld's miniature that's like on like a sewer, and it's got like a knife raised over its head or something like that. It's one of the newer ones. And he put a cultist head on it. I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have a look for the Agent
He's
of
off in
Chaos.
the woods right now, so
see what he's posted.
Being chaotic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've
Yeah, he
seen
did.
I've seen people do it before. Yeah.
Make Skaven.
Yeah, he did.
Cultist?
I've got it up right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Cultist with Skaven.
And it was posted it in November. So I'm just posting the painted version that he did in the chat. Diane says there's no point comparing yourself with others. Compare with your
This is
previous
why
work
Diana
and you'll
is one
see
of my
you progress.
Diana is absolutely right that you don't. Why compare yourself to other people? Compare yourself to yourself. Like those posts that people do, where they like post a miniature from 2020 and then another miniature from like 2023 to show like how they progressed. Here we go. So here is the green and conversion work of Symbio Joe's Skaven to Cultist, and it's pretty straight up. Like there's very little conversion there. There's the tail, there's the head swap. A lot of it is he put a little like power thing on the weapon that it's throwing. And then here is the painted one. There we go. Oh, look at that ichor flowing down that thing. So good. Yeah.
Apparently, according to Sidonuli, it says if anyone is interested in Skaven Genesealers,
Yeah,
look
I'm
for
not into the
cheese
cheese
stealers.
stealers. People are like, someone did a cheese stealer. It's like Genestealer rats. I don't know. I think they're okay, but I think that there could be more conversion done there. I mean, cool idea. But yeah, check out the cheese stealers, because that's like a Skaven to Genestealer thing.
I'm just looking at them.
I wasn't very keen on turning rat people into Genestealers. I just thought that their body shape is very good, and they have all kinds of fun shapes you can take, because they look vaguely human, but if you twist them a bit around, you have those this alien-esque aesthetic, which is great for Genestealer or for any sort of cultist.
So Tom Wilson has also said doing a Jacaro one now, and in our Discord they have posted an image.
Oh, wait, it's done? Tom
Genestealer.
finished it?
Or Jacaro? No.
Oh, cool.
Artwork picture. Which I'm already liking the look of to start off with, so I can't wait.
Yeah, mostly the whole point of this is so everyone can give other people cool ideas. That's the beauty of these things.
Setting the galaxy aflame. I said setting the galaxy aflame with ideas.
I thought it was setting the table.
Okay. What?
Going to eat the planets? Oh, okay. So they're going to be setting the galaxy's table out because they're going to be eating the planets soon.
Yeah, and like I know that like right now is like the big Leviathan hot bug summer Tyranid release, but it is the case that like nobody's got Leviathan yet, so we can't really focus on the new Tyranids from Leviathan. So why don't we give some love to Genesealers, which haven't had a new kit that we've seen yet. So all the more reason to pull out the Genesealers that you've had sitting on your shelf for 1,000 years and do something cool with them before they get refreshed. Because I still think the Genesealers are going to get refreshed eventually. Just not yet.
Something I have learned from that podcast you recently mentioned. The podcast where Rick Priestley showed up, is that without Rick Priestley, sorry, not Rick Priestley, but
Andy Chambers,
Andy Chambers. Yeah,
the
man with the most sexy voice. If it hadn't been for him and Jess Goodwin, the Genestealer cults would have been erased. Like they would have been gone. So we have to thank them on our knees that they have pushed through the whole we cannot sell that bullshit from the sales department, and have withstood the voices from the other studio members who said Genestealer cultists are shit, and have pushed that through. And I will be eternally grateful.
Yeah, so you were crossing streams there a bit.
Happened.
So on the Rick Priestley podcast about on Mud and Blood, the Rick Priestley one where they interviewed him, he talked about how the sales guys at Games Workshop had a lot of power, and they'd be like, oh, orcs don't sell, and they just like refuse to sell stuff that had orcs in it because they thought that they didn't sell. So like that's like what happened to Gorka Morka, that they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do Gorka Morka, it's gonna be so cool. And as Rick Priestley told it, the sales guys were like, orcs don't sell, this is dumb. So they just like didn't try hard to sell Gorka Morka. And then yes, in the separate podcast, Crown of Command with Andy Chambers, which is also, that's even more of a must listen for people because he talks about like the genesis of Tyranids writ large and the Genestealer cults. Yes, in that I remember he comments like there was someone in the studio who hated the cult and really wanted to get rid of it, but he just kept pushing for it and Jess kept pushing for it, so it stuck around. Like when you think about it, the Cultists came out in 2017. Andy Chambers was long gone from Games Workshop in 2017. So I guess it was Jess who kept it in there.
Or maybe that guy in the team, the team just was like he'd gone and it was like, yeah, no opposition, through it goes. The person who was opposing it had gone, so it's like, yep, off it goes.
No, I think seriously, this is not like a one person to be thankful of, because when you look at all those things they have done to kind of rub the nostalgia belly, that is that was pretty. I don't want to say obvious, but we had Zodes and all those second edition things, or even Rogue Trader things, reappear to kind of please the old guys. So Genestealer cults were the point where I felt like, okay, they're trying really hard to get me now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
so Simon, you say that, but I still haven't seen you whip out some Genestealer cult miniatures or some new Genestealer cult miniatures. So are you gonna maybe do some in Genestealer, or what are you thinking?
Wait. I did a whole squad of Genestealer cultists. Like, what was it?
No, you're absolutely right. I'm wrong. I forgot about those guys.
Cow.
What were they? They were the. Was that for Genestealer, or they were? Tell us more about them.
No, that was for November, when Mom Egan had like this crossover thing going on for Kit Bashamber, where she made the prompts that would let you build like a gang, like a little war band. And I had the idea of having these naval themed Genestealer cultists, like kind of whale hunter dudes. So I tried to give them a very Navy-esque appeal.
Yeah, Kit Bashamber.
Yeah, that was for Kit Bashamber. And then there was the farmer for but seriously, I know what you're aiming for, but I'm not going to do a whole cult, because that would mean if I build something like that, I would want to play it, I would want to use it somehow, somewhere. And I don't see me using an army. And this is on the one side really sad, because I always wanted to build me some limos.
To be clear, what I'm aiming for is this trying to trick you into doing more sci-fi stuff. Because I know you're really into your non-combat. Well, no, actually, you do StarCraft. No, what the heck? Thank you, Stargrave.
Frostgrave.
Stargrave.
Yeah, I just
Stargrave.
want to see you making some Tyranid type stuff, because as you demonstrated with your recent post of your lictor, you are one of the Tyranid greats who has taken a extended break from your Tyranidness. So, like, whether it's Leviathan, whether it's Genestealer cult, I don't care what it is. I would just love to see you making some more nids, because you're so great at it.
Nick, have you noticed what he's actually working on?
Yeah, that looks like it might be the lictor.
Yeah.
Simon, why don't you tell people what
It's
you're working on right now?
that.
No, I'm honestly, I have no pressure, like, time sensitive project right now. I need to have this done by next week, which is very weird. Like, I always have things that I want to do and that I, quotation marks, need to get done, but yeah, I'm kind of trying to. I saw this video on Instagram of one of my favorite Cthulhu-esque sculptors. He does those clay sculptures and sculptures, and he did a Cthulhu Bust for, I think, the 500,000 time. And I was like, yeah, I want to do something like that. And then I remembered that I have this little commission of a little lictor waiting for, I don't know, way too long. Longer than it takes Cool Mini or not to produce
That's pretty
a Kickstarter.
quick, though. That's not a very good metric.
That's for sure. Yeah, so I have this dude hanging around, and I'm kind of dancing around so this will be Lictor Bust, and I am dancing around the details, to be honest. I'm kind of building up the shape and see where it goes and what it needs, and filling in some details. I'm working slowly my way towards something that looks vaguely like a Lictor.
I'm excited. And Flynn, what are you working on these days?
Ooh. This week I have worked on absolutely nothing. I've had a little bit of a break this week, but I've had family visiting, so I was like, yeah, okay, nothing getting done this week. So I have plans already laid out for Junestealer. So the next day, actually, for once, it's going to be the only project I have, and I've limited myself to, so far I've only got 3, or is it 4 ideas I have for, like, some Genestealer hybrid sort of models. So it's, and I'm not just limiting myself to like Warhammer miniatures as well. Like, also, that's another bit to Genestealer. Don't just limit yourself to using Games Workshop miniatures. Use whatever miniatures you want. Make it easier for you to design that hybrid. So yeah, I'm just getting the ideas around for that, and just take one at a time. Or, I know that won't be the case. I will work on, like, all 4 of them at the same time, because they'll be at the green stuff stage all together. So just do the green stuffing all together rather than not, because I am notorious for making more green stuff than I need at one point, and then not enough green stuff, and then you have the last bit where you make too much. But I won't sculpt for another. Yeah, but I won't end up sculpting for, like,
oh yeah, they will not be good anymore.
A couple of weeks, so it'll just be useless. Yeah. So it's make little random things with the green stuff. Oh, there is Alan does say the new Croxagore could look very nid very fast with those.
I am a fan of the new Croxagore. They are damn cool.
And speaking of which, great minds do think alike, because Barcase has said I got some Croxagores and Saurus for Junestealer, But damn, the new Crocscore are so awesome. I just assembled them as war spawn instead. Some nice lizard heads left for other conversions at least. Oh, that reminds me. I have bought myself one of the
cool.
Slan models off eBay because I'm going to make if you don't know who it is, Mazda Mundi conversion where he's on the Stegodon like he is in Total Warhammer. But I was waiting because I saw people selling them all off from like the Lizardman box set. People selling it for like 30 to like 40 odd pounds from the box set. And I was like, I don't know if it's actually going to be that much exactly. I'll wait until they actually release it because there will always be some floating around by that point. I saw the price of it from Games Workshop for one of the Lizardmen kits, 50, 55 quid or something like that. So I just went onto eBay.
How much are they if you're buying them separate from Games Workshop?
Only
Like, if you're buying them like breaking out that box?
About 55. Breaking the box, people are selling them
Oh, dang.
on average about £35. So it was about nearly a saving of £20 already. Yeah, I don't have the instructions.
I think you can figure it out.
But that's what the Reddit section, Reddit forum of Warhammer instructions is for. The number of times I've gone to that is ridiculous.
Nice. So you got yourself a Slan. I'm jealous.
I've got a Slan.
Nice.
It is not called Creme Lobe. It's Mazda Mundi. Oh, well, you guys won't get the Creme Lobe joke. In short, basically, there's a Slan called Creme Lobe who was raised by he was in a place in the old world in the Warhammer Fantasy called Skeggy, and raised by Norse marauders. So basically, Chaos marauders and stuff. So basically, stuff happens, and whatever you call them, a group of lizard men come along and kill his tribe that he was raised by, and he gets really angry. He was called Creme. I think it was Creme Lobe the Magnificent. It was like the Magnificent Seven sort of thing, with a Slan that was more skink-like than he was frog-like. But that was because he was like very early Warhammer sort of thing. Yes,
it was thin.
Barker is right. Creme Lobe raised by the Norse.
So this is old fluff?
Oh,
okay.
Oh, very old fluff. Very, very old fluff.
Told I've never heard of it.
Yeah. To be honest, if you try and search for Creme Lobe, you will get memes of he came from space.
This is for Junestealer, or this is for Age of Sigmar? Oh, okay.
This is just in general. This is just general.
Let's get back to your Genestealer projects.
But because we're talking about Slan, but Tom Wilson has made a very good point to segue us back into Genestealer, saying the model of the month for Games Workshop is a Saurus, and the Termagant will be later this month once the Leviathan box drops. So if you pop into your nearest Games Workshop store, you could have a model ready to go for Junestealer with the
nice
new Saurus. Also, the coin is the Tyranid coin this month.
You have to spend like a lot of money.
In the UK, you spend 60 quid.
What? Okay.
So to be honest, if there is a kit that is I normally do it with mine. I go into Games Workshop, buy a kit that is direct order only, because most of the places that you'd be able to, most of the online retailers don't stock online only kits, and the ones that do, they don't get really any sort of a discount on them if they have one at all. So I just go to Games Workshop and just go into the store, make the purchase of the online only order, pay my money, get my coin, and leave. Don't have to worry about if I'm going to lose money if I'm buying a kit in the Games Workshop store where I could get a bigger saving elsewhere. So every time I buy from Games Workshop directly is when it's a
Yep.
limited edition item that I want to get. Like max.
Here are some nasty tricks for you folks.
Well, that trick was just buying from Games Workshop.
Okay, buying from Games Workshop, but buying the things that you'd have to order online, but pay for them in the store and you get your coins.
The part where you
coins.
pay in the store. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. You have to pay in store because the whole thing with the coins was after, I think, was because it was post-COVID, was
Yeah.
to get people to go back to the stores more often.
I don't feel the need to.
That's cynical,
I've been trying to
though.
like cut back on buying Games Workshop models, so I don't let the coins sway me. And like that Tyranid coin, like there was another Tyranid coin that I think was actually better. I think it was probably the one that came out with the parasite. I'm not as thrilled with this coin.
There will never be a coin as good as the one that has kept me.
What?
Like
Yeah,
this
I got
one?
that on my keychain. Simon gave me one of those.
Yeah. This is the best beer opener I could ask for, and this has been on my keychain forever.
No.
It's an old Warp Shadow one.
Games Workshop Germany one.
Oh.
Right? Isn't that it, Simon?
Ooh.
I think so, yes.
I'm just waiting for the stream to catch up to show it. Missed it on our bit.
I honestly can't remember where I got it, but it's still there. And when you said, "Ooh, there's a coin for Tyranids," I felt for a millisecond the itch to say, "Ooh, maybe I want that." And then I remembered
It's not a very good
that I
coin. It's
have
like
already one.
kind of a termagant
And that I'm
face.
very
It's
happy
not
with
great.
It's not a very good one. But that symbol now that they've got there, that's what they normally now use, I think, for Genesealer cults. Because the Tyranid coin is now the two back-to-back ones.
Yep,
Okay,
please.
I'm just looking at chat right now.
Well, John,
Boxes-
if you at some point going to ask me what I sculpted here, I
What?
have no fucking clue. Okay.
He's done stuff, he doesn't know what he did.
I'm not going to ask
Yeah.
you. As long as it looks cool, I don't care.
Good.
Barker says, I feel horrible slicing the new Saurus kit up. I've been waiting for too long for good Saurus, but they do split up really nicely for using their back carapace though. It's
So this
separated
is the
from the front
Saurus
of
or
their
this
bodies.
is the Croxagores? Okay.
Saying this
I am looking
Saurus
forward to, I'm going to go
specifically.
into Games Workshop and get me one of them Saurus tomorrow, because I have a dastardly plan for it. It's not at all Junestealer related, but it's just going to give me a lull.
So one of the things I know about
Oh, do you?
I know what you're going
miniatures-
to do.
Did I tell you, or do you remember?
Yeah. I think I remember.
Yes.
Is it something
Say
we
no
have
more.
seen? Okay.
I have no idea. One of the things I know, sort of in regards to the miniature of the month, some stores are take the model and just go. Other ones are more of a you have to make the miniature
Really?
here.
So
sort of
just
thing.
make it and
So
take it home and cut it up.
hopefully yours is like a former. Yeah.
I
But
will.
sometimes it's easy to
I
cut
need
up
to get
after.
one of my minions to scuttle out and bring
have
me back a
minions?
Saurus. Because
You
now
have
I
minions?
want one.
That's the children.
No, they're not big enough to be
Yes,
minions
children.
yet. They're more like familiars at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hanging around screaming. But yeah, I got
Nice.
minions.
I have a friend who works at the Games Workshop, and sometimes he's very nice and he puts one aside for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's even better than a minion, more reliable.
Vermis goes, metal for minis is too expensive, but they can give away free coins.
They're not free. They make you spend a bunch of money.
Oh, I think I know what you're meaning. No, I think I know what it means. Like making the miniatures out of metal got too expensive. That's why Finecast came in. But they're able to give away the coins for free if you
But
spend
where do you
the
think the
amount
coins
that
are
you need to
cast?
spend for whatever the local currency is.
China.
Games Workshop, but it's I
China.
think China. Oh, they do say made in China on them.
Yeah, as if they were casting that in the UK.
Yeah. Also, it's very simple
so
designs as well.
Those are
It's nothing
probably
really
produced
complicated.
completely in China, and that's why they're cheap.
Yeah. Dan Kaplinger says maybe I should carve
Yes,
a
you
Tyranid
should,
coin out
Dan.
of
That would
wood.
be amazing.
That's a good idea.
All right. You have 5 months before Junestealer November starts. There you go. And you have plenty of time
That
to
would be
design
amazing.
it.
I remember when we had Golden Demon at some point, we had the discussion in the open category. Someone had carved a bust out of wood of a Skaven, and there was a heated argument amongst the jury if that was considered an entry or not. Because that was the time when we were kind of supposed to judge only painted models, and the open category had all kinds of weird and awesome stuff, and there was order that oh yeah, we need to focus on miniatures and blah blah.
Painted miniatures.
Yeah, on painted miniatures, and at some point. There was this Skaven carved out of wood that was.
So they didn't win?
I honestly don't recall if we kind of squeeze it
Well, if
in
that person's
or
watching this
not.
stream, they know how much you loved it.
Yeah, it was incredibly cool, and especially we had one of the other members of the jury was a hardcore Skaven fan, and she was so blown away by that. She said if she would be able, she would give this the sword. Yeah, but that was the reason why she pulled out of the votum, if it should be kept or if it should be cast aside. Yeah, because she said, yeah, she's such a bias for Skaven that she cannot judge on that.
Was it just carved out of the wood, or was it actually painted as well on top of that?
I'm not sure.
No, fair enough.
I can
some years ago.
Because if it was painted, how would you know that it was carved out of wood? Unless you like check the weight.
I don't know. I would try.
No, don't worry about it.
I need to eyeball when that.
Well, if it won, it would be on the Golden Demon website, right? The third-party one.
Is it?
Yeah, there's that third-party Golden Demon website that has like all the entries that ever won.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got yours on it.
That's where I'm looking right now.
Yeah.
The Golden Demon Companion, where Nick is
Oh
listed.
shit! So if you wanna treat yourself, you need to check this out. Hang on, I will post it in the chat.
Let me know if it doesn't, and then I will find it. You just post me the link.
You're putting it in the Twitch chat. YouTube chat? You're putting it in the YouTube chat? Nice.
What? YouTube chat, yeah.
If it doesn't post it, let me know, and I'll
post it. I think it's because like, the stuff that was made there, for example, is 2000. What was it? 2006. A Space Marine Progenoid one.
Progenoid.
Like a life size. If you look at that thing, that's glorious.
Which Nick, yours hasn't posted at all. I think you haven't, because he's not modded. He hasn't got able to post links.
Okay,
Someone just post a random message and I'll make you a moderator.
Yeah, post it there and I'll
just like put something in the chat that says like, "Hey."
I posted something in there.
Not your link. Post a different message.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm not seeing your There we go. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
And pin remove. Add as moderator. I don't know what the hell. Simon, now try posting it.
He's got the
You should be able to post a
power.
link now in the YouTube chat.
Let's see.
Yay!
Yay!
Simon, you are now with me
You're
and
mad
Gajan.
with
Your
power.
moderator powers. You
Yeah.
don't need to use because everyone is so well behaved here.
Except for that dude who said we had low IQ takes. He's not so well behaved.
Yeah, we're taking the piss out of him though. He won't be back for a long time. So,
Oh,
speaking of which, if you've been
Yes.
enjoying our low IQ takes, why don't you like the stream? Drop a comment if you're watching on the VOD later on. Give us a share, or if you're even feeling even cheekier, if you're not already subscribed and you're watching the VOD, drop a subscribe to us. It does help us out. And if you're feeling really
Oh, there
bored,
it is.
make some clips.
You found the Skaven? The
Found
one?
it.
Let's see.
Yeah, found the Skaven.
I see a dude.
Hang on. I'll post it.
I see a dude. Oh, that's a Chaos Space Marine. That's a Beast Man. Come on. And
so it's
oh, what?
Germany one,
Space Marine
okay.
Progenoid. What's a Progenoid?
That's those the gene seed.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's in
Progenoid
like a
giant.
container. Wait, I don't see the Skaven though.
Yeah, that's
sorry,
the
okay.
next post.
Wait,
So the
which
first,
one?
so what you're seeing now is like a life-size thing, which is
Wow, that's
ridiculously
intense.
cool, if you ask me.
Which one was it in?
That was super heavy as well.
And people are loving the
Okay.
Beast Man. Oh wow. Okay, this is it.
What was it?
So it's stained.
Oh, okay.
Sasha Straub. And that was in the open category, Simon?
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
You did well.
Apparently 2006 was the year where the last like random artifact was entered, because in 2007 like stuff
Yeah.
won, like painted busts and shit. And in the years before that, oh look, when you look into 2003,
Whoa,
it
send
was
us a link.
Marco and his Hydra.
Marco also won in 2006 for his
Also
Brutal
for
Strikes.
our Exocrine. You got a bronze.
Yeah.
Where here's Marco with strikes. Oh, why is it so big?
Was I looking at the wrong site then? Which
I used
site
the
were you?
link that
Oh,
Simon
you're on a
sent.
different site to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, Simon's got the Demon Winner site. I was looking at the
Oh no,
Golden
this is a
Demon
way better
Compendium
site.
Yeah. Does this one actually list
I
your correct
Don't think
nationality?
so.
Because I know the Golden Demon one
Well, it's
Compendium's got your wrong
confused.
nationality. It's funny.
Oh Jesus! Enjoy the following. Oh Jesus! The open category is the best.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. Oh, this is the messed up part, because Marco technically entered two things in the same category. So he entered this Kroot Renegades, which he did with his wife. Oh no, wait, I think he entered this in his wife's name. And then he entered one of them with Marco and Katya, because you were allowed to do team entries. And I think
Joint
they
entries.
entered theirs as this under their name, and then though he painted this, he entered this under my name. But I think the judges were probably like, what the hell? Marco entered other Tyranids. This is clearly Marco. And then this must be that Nick Jones guy. So I got credit for this. which I had 0 part in, and then I did not get any credit for this because they were like, "This is clearly Marco with his Tyranids." So that was our Exocrine that got bronze. So I should get Marco to send me the silver medal because
Yeah,
our
they
silver
finished with
trophy.
German.
I'll return my bronze one to him. Marco, Simon, would you send through? A limit of chaos. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's the same person who did the Skaven, right? Oh yeah, Marco's Reign of Fire. The Death Watch dude with the axe jumping at the Harridan.
That was pretty. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. But the last one is it's so it tingles my spine because it remembers me
The
of the
7
good old
horror,
days.
3 fire thrower, 1 pulp in the hood. Or no, oh the last. Oh, sorry.
No, the last link
that
I
you
sent.
Trying to get himself.
What the heck?
Was that open category or something?
The
Yeah.
cosplayers won a golden demon?
It's the cosplay crew.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. They were so cool. Like there wasn't no real LARP back then. They just but they had like a working warp flamethrower. Like
Oh my.
this thing was shooting stuff out, and they were rocking the stage because they acted like they felt it.
Good.
It was hilariously
What year was
good.
that? Were you judging or you were just attending? Okay.
I was attending. 2001.
Cool. Oh shit, that's not what I want. Fuck, wrong arm. Wrong arm! That's embarrassing. Oh wait, what?
Yeah, that was glorious times. Glorious times. In the year before that, someone painted Zippos.
Zippo lighters?
Yeah.
Wait.
Can you send us a link?
Yeah, the Zippo lighters. Yeah, just go to 2000.
Open category?
But I can.
Okay.
Open
Which
category
year?
2000. Here's the link.
Yeah, essentially, because it's just like, okay, which
It's German.
Games Day
It's
do
just
you
German.
mean by 2000?
German Games Day.
Just the German stuff.
What are those
Okay.
squats? No, they're
Yeah.
halflings. Oh, that's really cool. Those lighters are neat. The pictures are terrible, but still pretty cool.
I think
so,
they're
yeah.
taken out of a White Dwarf.
Yeah. They'll go definitely with the whole Miniature Games Workshop 2003 to 2007, all rights reserved.
Yeah.
Right next to it. This is what games Golden Demon, the official Golden Demon, should actually have, is a whole collection of the previous winners, regardless.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be down to the community to do it.
But like everything else, they just pass it on.
I think it's because they don't have the photos in good enough quality, and they're like, I don't know, being anal about it.
I think it was on the old Games Workshop site. Like, the old Games Workshop site had all the whole hobby articles, how to convert your models. Like, I know it's a Space Marine one, but they had like the how to build a Land Raider Ares with like the Vindicator, a Demolisher cannon at the front of it. All of these other articles, like with the different Tyranid strains and different Tyranid conversions, loads of different army ones. They had that in the old website, which was brilliant. Yeah, if you look at it now, the website was clunky as anything, but it was of its time. And they really should have those things back, because back before they went a little bit too corporate, a little bit way too corporate, and now I've started to ease back up on it. It was more of a whole, it's a hobby first and foremost, and we're a business second. Now we're a business first, business second, and a hobby third.
Oh, well done. Yeah.
Nicely put, yes.
Yeah, that's what I missed that stuff.
Yep, me too.
That makes
And, and it's so sad. Like, there's this there's this profile on Instagram which is called the Golden Demon.
Is it? Wait, I thought they
Archives,
were called something else.
I guess. No, Golden Demon.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Golden
Golden
Demon
Demon.
Compendium.
Mendium, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, where they're kind of piling up all the things and trying to get decent pictures of that, and yeah, that's pretty cool. But I like this site because it's so easy to
Is
navigate.
this still up to
and
date?
roam
Like, does it
through
have the
and
current
find
stuff?
all these.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the German, you can see that the last
Oh.
German Games Day was in 2013.
Simon.
You just
Um,
go-
I have news for
go
you.
to-
Do you know that
What?
you have the honor of being the last person who ever won a golden demon for large scale model at Games Day Canada? You are also the last person who ever won a gold for squad, 40K squad at Games Day Canada.
Marco is also the last one to win a golden demon for vehicle
Oh yeah,
for Games Day Canada.
Marco was the last person to win a gold for vehicle at Games Day Canada. You guys shut it down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we
It was
rocked that
Germans
event
stealing
pretty
everything.
badly.
No, this site is very up to date. Speaking of which, they have the most recent golden demon of the one just
Yep.
happened in Manchester last month.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is very up to date. And like the golden demon compendium, without being rude to them, that they really are trying to update everything, get everything there. They don't have some of the. They have like the names of the winners, but they don't have like all of the. If you try and go
Yeah.
into like the photos with the images, they
You know
have
what?
some, but
You know
not
what I
all.
like about this site? I just looked at the which at the current Golden Demon from Manchester, and they have the first placing model in what was it, single miniature 40K.
Yep.
So they have the official picture from Games Workshop, which is
Yep.
the white background and everything. And then they have like a picture taken by probably somebody else, maybe the painter himself. And then they have the painter a picture of the sculpture. Like the dude sculpted the whole thing himself and then painted it up. And it's freaking amazing. Like this is
Wait, which site is
so
that? Can
cool.
you send
This
us a
is
link?
so next level. Yeah.
Looking at that one, it's got the multiple images rather than the other ones where it is just the ones from the Warhammer community article.
Oh, nice. I see what you mean. That's
This is
great.
so
Man, they're
cool.
really keeping this up to date. That sculpture for that Nurgle guy, oh my god. Like, and that's hand sculpted, man. That is not CAD sculpted printed. That is, God, that is amazing. Interesting that they haven't done it for Andy Wardle though.
I am.
So you see, when you have won a golden demon, you can get in contact with that with those hosts, and you can supply.
Oh,
You know,
cool,
you
okay.
can send additional pictures. And I think
Oh.
it really makes a difference, because when you look at the Games Workshop, really well. What I can say, back in the day in Germany, we tried to do our best, but we didn't have like a proper setup. Like we had every year we had too little light, and there was just one dude who knew his way around with photography. And he always, like, at some point he brought his own stuff, like his own equipment, lights, because someone would always forget to pack those lights. But when you look at the pictures, like from the dude I just posted, when you look at the official things, that looks very bright, and the yellow of the armor looks almost like the yellow of this little tube stuck to his head. But when you go down to the picture from to the original picture, you have way more contrast, and you see that there's a different yellow from the tube, which runs to his head, and the yellow from his armor, and all those things. And I think Games Workshop does not a very good job.
The reality is probably that they're
doing
dealing with the exact same stuff that you guys were dealing with. Like I listened to an interview with, God, what's his name? He used to be on their like the Games Workshop video team, but now he does like he's on his own, and he does all kinds of, not Peachy, the other guy
Peachy,
with the black hair and the beard.
Duncan?
Is he the Honest Wargamer? I don't know.
I don't know.
Something the Honest Wargamer? I don't know. He was saying that like when he was like working for Games Workshop and he was trying to do video for Games Workshop, they didn't have any equipment. He basically had to like bring all his own equipment, which is pretty no-no, like from a professional perspective. Like I've had to do that at some employers with photography stuff, but fortunately my new employer is a little better at that stuff.
Yeah, no, Peachy says the same thing. Like something would break and it would take forever to get like a new piece of equipment for it. So people were using their own stuff. So yeah.
Well, for example, if it's really sad if you continue looking through those pictures, for example, the squad units, you can hardly see anything.
From 2023? Well, it might be that this site is like I think it's like free hosted, so they might not have a lot of bandwidth to like put super huge pictures.
Well, no.
Yes.
They use the picture provided by Games Workshop, and those pictures.
The one of the Iron Warriors is good. It's decent, but the one of the Chaos dudes is not great. You can't see anything. And those amazing orcs that were so good. They do not. It does not do them justice, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Enough rambling. But it's just a pleasure to browse.
I kind of want to like contact them and see if I can like donate some money for their hosting, because it's such like a touchstone resource that I've gone to so many times. And like when people do these kind of things, like if they don't have money for it, it's just going to go away.
Do they even have any socials?
Maybe no, because Compendium has its own site, right?
Yeah, Compendium. I linked that to it just so we're not too biased. But yeah, I don't know if they have their own stuff for them, because at least give us something that we can do to help.
I don't know. Maybe it's one guy and he's happy to do it himself.
That's a cool.
Oh, there you go.
But no, they've got a help us section. Oh, that's more of help us by getting the photos of things we missed of all these years.
I think this is run by some French dudes who just
cool. We're lucky to have them.
Shit.
That's the first time I've said we're lucky to have the French.
Yeah, and when you think about how long they have been doing that, and when you think about for how long they have been doing this, that's pretty incredible.
And are there any ads on it? I haven't seen ads.
So much appreciation for this. Like, for example, if you have won a golden demon, how do you verify that? You go to the site and say, "Hey, look, this is my entry. This is, my name."
Yep.
There we go. But other than that, you have no proof. Like, there have been dudes selling their trophies, so you could just go on eBay and buy one of those trophies and claim whatever you want. Like, it feels weird that apparently there needs to be a justification.
That was weird when I saw that guy selling. He's like, "Oh, I don't have space to store all my golden demon trophies." I'm like, buddy, find some space. Like, shit. Oh, I've got so many,
space.
Yeah. I got so many, I need to get rid of them.
So what about, so we've gone over Genestealer, and has anyone in the I think we did that where we asked the chat what they want to do for Genestealer. Should we talk about any Tyranid news? I saw they posted the stats for the Psychophage. It didn't seem that exciting to me, but
So
oh
also
yes, the
posted
stats for the Hierophant came out today.
Hierophant.
They look kind of cool. I mean,
We're missing
really?
one side of the data sheet though.
Oh
Yeah, the
no,
War Gear
it
side.
shows their guns and the weapons.
So apparently there's two sides to every data sheet now. So on the Titan ones, they show two sides for like the Manta and stuff. So it shows what the weapons are, what the weapons, the stats of the weapons are. But the other side of the data sheet shows how many it's armed with. So because you see we look at the Hierophant and we see two big biocannons. So you're expecting it to be armed with two big biocannons. But the data sheet that we see for them doesn't say how many biocannons it has.
I didn't even. So I saw this
But if
article.
you
I didn't even
scroll
click
down a
on it
little
because
bit-
I was like, "Who cares? I don't have any Titans."
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a Tyranid in there.
So it's like, yeah. So if you actually look down, it actually says what they're armed with for the actual model. So you actually can tell what it's armed with. Like I'm just trying to look for one of them because there is one that actually has the front and the back where it's like you got the Gargantuan Squigoth and it actually says this war gear. This model can be equipped with the following: one cannon, one super cannon.
But
So
that's
actually
for something that has options.
number
The
it
Hierophant
has.
doesn't have options. Like it used to be, I think you could do the
So,
lash whips or you could do
that's
the
the thing
cannon,
I'm
right?
looking-
Isn't that how it worked or something?
No, for shooting though. So it's got the bioplasma torrent, which is basically its bio
Yeah.
acid attack, which is a 12-inch range, and it says as assault. And you got the dire biocannon, but it has two arms. So you think logically it would have two of them, but it doesn't say if he has two of them or not. Obviously, most of us aren't really going to be playing a game.
But it's still interesting.
So,
Yeah,
So, yeah.
when I looked at the cannon, it's like, what did it call? They call it like dire biocannon?
oh yeah,
Like, but
That's
dire
been the standard name
biocannon,
for
like
a
strength
while.
10? That doesn't feel very dire to me.
strength
Holy
10, damage 3, d6 plus 6 attacks. You're at least getting 7 every turn, and if you're actually getting 2 of them,
Oh, you get lots.
you're going to get between
Okay,
14 to 24 attacks a turn. 2/3 are going to get hit, and then you're basically
Okay,
only
good
going to be
point.
wounding things in twos.
So it is pretty dire.
Yeah. And has blast as well.
I'm sorry if I'm laughing manically in the background, but if you want to really have some incredibly fun miniatures to look at, go back to the Golden Demon side and look on the UK is pretty well documented back to
What?
1987.
Yeah.
And the miniatures from back in those days, I'm looking at 1989. They have all the weirdest shit there, like
Which category?
like every category. Like
Oh, yeah,
tanks is incredibly fun.
Jeez.
Like they have
listen,
40k.
Simon.
They have epic titans. They
Oh,
have
no, wait.
vehicles still there.
Future vehicles is a category.
Yeah.
David
Bolt is a-
Sopper's here, the guy who won the
so
guy who did that Nurgle
this-
thing. He won first in 1989, and he won first like last year.
Steve, okay.
When you,
Right.
for example, when you go to the epic titans, there's an epic. I think it's a reaver.
Oh, Warhound's
Having-
on a leash.
I think
Yeah.
it's 2 warlords on a leash.
Wow.
All right. So the
That's
fact
some
they
really
have
wild stuff there.
a future vehicle section. So correct me. I most likely am wrong with this, but I know Games Workshop under the imprint of Citadel Miniatures, they did make models for like other like IPs,
Yeah.
like Doctor Who.
Simon, there's
Yeah.
Cthulhu in here.
Yep.
What's the other one?
If you go to Warhammer, no, category 1, single converted, and you scroll down to the bronze, it's a Cthulhu. In 1989,
Where?
category 1, single converted. There's a cool one for the first one, but oh man, David Sopper is all over this.
Oh Jesus, yes.
Supposed to be
Tentacle
blunt, but
Dwarrow.
there's a
That
one
is
above
nice, I
it.
like that
Is a
one.
snotling on a
there's a cool
surfboard.
Dreadnought here, or Terminator here.
I'm throwing these into chat so chat can see them as well. Because this is what this stream is devote. Okay, I think we could actually easily devote a whole
Yeah.
stream to looking
Yeah, I
at
think we're
past
just-
Golden Demon entries.
I have at one point obtained a white dwarf from
Yeah.
1989. And there are so many fun things in there. For example, like how Space Marines used to look like, and Terminators, and how they battle
Where did
Genestealers.
you get that?
I have no idea. But this is a pretty rad artwork.
I'm just looking at what the 1987 categories were called. That is ridiculous. It's just Fantasy Army, Dragons, Vignettes, Single Miniatures, Monsters, Mounted Miniatures, and Banner. That
They
was the
probably didn't have
original
fantasy or
categories.
40k. Well, I guess they kind of did in 87, but
Okay. You might want to look at 1987 Banner. They've only got one for third place, but I think you might enjoy seeing what they've got for the banner.
I may have screwed this up. Just own it. It's supposed to be messed.
I haven't looked at this in a while, and it's pretty amazing.
Tom also knew what I was trying to say earlier about Judge Dredd. I couldn't get
Yeah,
the name of
so
it.
if you go and watch or listen to the podcast with Rick Priestley, he talks about how like the fact that Arbites look the way they do is because of for Judge Dredd.
They had models for
Are you doing the Terminator Standard Bearer? Is that
for
what you're
Judge
talking
Dredd.
about?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think it was brilliant.
Like in 1989, they still had this thing called Dark Future.
Yeah.
Which was this vehicle game. I think it probably is best represented by Gaslands nowadays. But look at all those charts. I mean, there was serious value in those white dwarfs back then. War dancers.
You mentioned those white dwarfs. I'm kind of curious of what's going to happen with the Warhammer Vault because they're getting closer and closer every week to those sort of early white dwarf issues where it's going to stop really being advertising Games Workshop products and being a whole D&D magazine sort of thing. So I'm just curious to see if they're actually going to upload those issues or not.
I think it'll be dictated by whether or not Games Workshop needs content.
Well,
yeah, but it will be. They've said we're uploading all of the old White Dwarf articles one by one, week by week. Yeah,
the question is if they still have him.
Wait, okay. Alam says the Golden Demon Japan 2012 Slayer sword is a straight up cardboard cutout.
In what year?
Okay.
What?
2012 Japan.
Come
The
on.
Slayer sword is a cardboard cutout. Like,
Oh,
very, very sad dude.
Not the winner.
It's Japan.
Just the Slayer
well, no, I
sword
don't know. They should've
itself.
just gotten the same. Well, okay, listen, it's Japan. It's probably like
Yeah,
they
they've
didn't
got
have very many
something to have a
resources. Probably
thing.
Games Workshop's like, you got to do this, and they're like, okay, what resources are
funny.
you giving us? They're like, no resources. It's like, okay, shit.
But seriously, in the land of swords,
I love how sad the guy looks.
I swear
I
there
love
could
how
have
sad
been
the guy
another
looks.
solution to this. Yeah.
What a sword! No. No, but it's also the employee at the background going like, "Yay!"
Sorry, I thought you meant the
Yay,
entry was a
cheer for
cardboard
him.
cutout. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's
thought
what I
that-
thought when I read the message. But that's better. I think that's even better.
In 2013, they sadly don't have a picture.
Tom Wilson does ask a point. Do you think Warhammer Plus will last that long to get
I
to
don't
like the
know. I
older
don't
issues?
think it's doing that hot for them, from what I've heard.
I think
Before you dive into that, I need
what
to
time is
sign
it?
off. Guys, I'm
Ah.
done.
Oh, I should probably wrap it up.
12:30.
yeah.
Well, this has been a random romp through many different things Warhammer.
I'm pretty happy with
Yeah.
that, honestly.
Oh my. See what we can do for such low IQ
What's that?
guys.
Yes.
See what we can do for
Yep.
such low IQ guys.
I'm tired
We're
of
gonna
that
be
joke.
riding
We
that
can throw
joke
it
for a
away. That
while.
guy's not worth the effort.
Yeah, I
Big
guess
bad. Nah, that's fine.
Yeah. We
One
made the joke.
stream's enough.
Don't want to give him any more time in our hearts and minds. Exactly. Who?
Give
What?
you time.
Where? When?
guys, I wish you a good night.
Thank you so
It was
much, buddy. And
fun talking
Simon,
to you,
honestly, thank you so much for making that
and,
art. The
Thanks, man.
Genestealer art. It's fantastic. You did a great job. Love it so much.
Yeah.
You're
Absolutely
very
love it.
And have a good weekend.
Very
Have a good week. Oh, FYI,
You too.
I'm going away. Oh, I should probably tell people this, stream people. I need to go away. I'm going away. We won't be having a stream again until like there'll be 2 weeks no stream. There'll be no Work in Progress Wednesday next week. And then I can't do a Friday stream the following week on the 16th or whatever it is, because I'll literally be flying back from the Azores. So yeah, we'll pick up the streams again. There'll be a 2-week hiatus, no streams, and then we'll pick the streams up again in the week right before Leviathan drops. So you can look forward to that.
So, oh, one.
Well, Simon, do you
Can
have
I
to
say
go?
one thing then? Because there's going to be no streams.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not in a rush, but I'm.
Mine
Yeah.
is more of an announcement for people watching the stream. Very quickly, apparently there is going to be, from rumors I have seen, mainly from Varric, there are going to be a queue system on the 10th
Yeah.
for the pre-order window. The pre-orders are going to be there's a limited number of them. They've only made a certain amount. That I highly doubt, but that is there. So there is a queue system. So what I highly suggest to anyone who's watching this, go on to the Games Workshop website or try and get on at 10 minutes to. So if you're in the UK, try and get on there at 9:50. It's now British summertime. Try and get on there. So and then just keep refreshing the page. So you're at the queue at the beginning of the queue before you try and go on at 10 o'clock. Because if you try and go on at 10 o'clock and there's a finite number, you're going to have people ahead of you. And apparently it's limited to two per order. So if you're trying to get one for yourself and you've got a friend who's trying to get one as well, maybe arrange with them, like you both try and get one, and if you sit next to each other or whatever you can do. But just so you know, there may be a finite number, apparently, according to rumors. And I don't want anyone our guys who watch it to miss out. on making sure they get one of their Leviathan boxes, because most you guys have been the guys who have been
Flynnhammer,
waiting
thanks
the
for always be
longest time
looking
to
out
get
for
their
our internet
boxes,
shopping
the new
needs.
Tyranids.
I feel like you're, whether it's eBay tips or how to not get screwed over by the Games Workshop website, you're always on it. Good work.
Oh yeah, because I'm trying to get 2 boxes
Sneaky
myself.
Okay,
I'm only ready to-
guys, with that,
Yes, thank you all for
have a good
watching.
night.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Good
If you're
night.
watching a recording of this, please leave a comment so that we know. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel for more streams and goodness. And I think we'll have a lot to talk about when we come back in 2 weeks, because it will, well, the next Creature Conference will be after Leviathan drops, so I look forward to all of us having the box in our hands and being able to talk about the fun things we see in it. Yeah, and and that'll be a good wrap up for Junestealer. We're just like kicking it off. Yeah, sorry we don't have one mid-month, but we'll be able to wrap it up, and Flynn can regale us with all the cool Junestealer entries. And I honestly can't wait to see what everyone comes up with. So please come up with something for Junestealer, and we look forward to seeing your work.
Just make what you want.
Yeah,
Jack, just make what you want. Make what you want for Genestealer, Jack. Just Xenos hybrids. That's
all
it.
right.
Go wild. That's your prompt.
Good night
warp setup page.
to Vermis, Tom Wilson, Alam, Jack, Tyler Blevins. Who else is in here? Flynnhammer. We know that guy. How do I participate? Oh shit. Okay. Jack says, how do I participate? That's a good point. If you want to participate in Junestealer, what?
I am posting.
Okay, yeah. There's a post on Warp Shadow with the details, but all you have to do is put the hashtag Junestealer on your thing, and you need to tag Warp Shadow, @mention Warp Shadow, because tags don't always work. So it's, if you @mention Warp Shadow, that will definitely come up, in addition to just putting in like the Junestealer hashtag.
Also, if you're on the Discord, just send links
Yes, please
to
share
things
them.
you like.
If you're on the Creature Conference Discord, put them in the Junestealer. There's a Junestealer sub forum or whatever the heck there. Just put cool Junestealer posts in there so Flynn can find them easily. Did I nail it, Flynn? Is that all of it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's it.
All right,
Yeah,
well, let's wrap this up. Okay, thank you all for joining, and we will talk to you again soon. Flynn, thank you so much for co-hosting. Bye.
That's all right. Thanks for having me again.